Brilliant. Let's do this.
Let's do it. So woohoo!
I like this thing. This is also this is like good for so many things.
What?
I'm not gonna touch the mic because just gonna.
Oh my gosh, what a joy, Christina. This is so fun.
It's
to
been
gather
really
today.
awesome. Yeah, it's been so awesome. I kind of had some intentions about what we were gonna do, right? And I know we kind of talked and made some bones, but I left a bunch of space.
Yeah.
And then we filled it so nicely. So I'm grateful to you.
I'm grateful to
It
you.
was fun.
This process has been really beautiful for me and has felt great along the way.
That's what it's all about.
It is.
Feeling good.
For people who don't know you, who are you? What do you do? Where do you live?
I live here. I live in this room. I live in Austin, and I've been in Austin on and off since 1990. And actually, I used to come to Blackerby when I was young, when I was 8, 9, 10. It used to be Bechtel Blackerby, but so this space, being in this space is really kismet. It feels very special. My name is Christina Steele. I go by Steele, my last name. It is my stage persona. Not really, it's just my name. And I am an artist. Very recently, also, I added entrepreneur to that. And I make art, I do beautiful things. I like to exist in pretty spaces. I like to show up with a lot of joy and light, which is very actually kind of new for me. Yeah, I feel
Wow.
maybe not to others, but I feel like my max light is rising still. And I'm just here to share as much of that as I have capacity for, which hopefully is more and more every day.
Wow. I have felt that from you all along the way. I love that. Your max light is rising.
Yes.
It's powerful.
Yes, for both of us. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is a conversation. We're going to chat, hang out, talk about musical stuff. I'm curious about your process in your art. What does that look like?
My process in my art, it's interesting that we're having this conversation now because so much of not just my process, but even the art and the way that I'm moving through my day, it's changing. I went through a big year in 2025, and so much has shifted for me. So the sort of like qualities that I feel like make my art resonate with people is that it's original to me. I feel very, I don't know, just natural showing up the way that I do, and sometimes it's different, I would say. And growing up, that always felt off. It didn't always feel like I could show up in the way that came very organic to me. But as I grow and shift and evolve, that way of being feels like the only way of being. And I'm able to honor that more. So my process now is just trusting that that is the way I'm supposed to exist in the world. Those are the ideas that I'm supposed to have, the collaborations that I get to be a part of, they were meant to be. So my process now is a lot more trust and faith in myself. Yeah.
Wow.
What about you? I admire you so much. We met online.
We did. We met online.
We met on the Instagram, and
I was a Christina fangirl.
yeah.
And I was following you, and I reached out. I don't know when that was. A year?
I think it was at least a year
At
ago.
least a year ago.
But when I saw you online, I also became a bit of a fangirl because you have your hands in so much, and it seems like you are really intentional about just doing what you feel is good. And I love that because that's where I am existing now. But you're also, very big on quality, which I love.
I try and be intentional. I think it's slowly figuring out what are the things that are my North Star. And through a series of experiences over years, I get a little closer. It's like, oh, okay, that experience felt good in this way and didn't feel aligned in this way. So, okay, like what are the pieces I want to keep and what are the pieces that I want to let go? And in some ways, I feel like I'm still kind of acclimating
Like
to
tweaking and shifting as you go.
Yeah.
Have you always been like that? Like from when you were little?
Definitely not. I went through, I found coaching, and I think that really helped me align. I had a coach for many years who kind of helped me focus on what were the important things to me and what were the things that I wanted to let go. And of course, it's a continual process.
Yes, it's
right?
never ending, just
Yeah.
like the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of my artistry, I think I know that those pieces for me right now are connection, which we're doing right now. And
And it feels nourishing.
it feels nourishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And community, which is it's kind of similar, collaboration. And right now what feels important to me is to be working with women, uplifting women, creating visibility for women. And that's kind of what this is what this project is about. It stemmed from an experience I had in Los Angeles when I play with an upright bass quartet, 4 bassists, 4 women in Los Angeles. And we were looking for a sub for a rehearsal. And I reached out to my community, put something on social media, sent out a bunch of text messages. And only one person was able to recommend a fellow female bassist.
Okay.
And
you were
in a
like,
place like LA,
Yeah.
there's so many of us.
Right.
So it really got me thinking. It was kind of the little seed for this project.
Yeah.
Of we're out there. Why aren't people recommending a woman musician even when she's actively sought out? And so kind of part of that is the seed for this project to uplift women in music and create visibility. What does the word visibility mean to you?
Ooh. What does the word visibility mean to me? I think I would loop back to the way that you want to show up, the way you're known for showing up as. Those things I think should go hand in hand. Visibility, I think on the surface level can mean like, oh, I see you out every night playing at here, there, or the other. But in my mind, visibility feels more like when I do see you, I see you clearly. Like I see you exactly the way that you are and the way that you are intentionally being. Not just when you're in front of, but also like when you're at home with your cats. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so those things should be hand in hand. And what does it mean for you?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
It's a good question. Yeah, you ask good questions.
Yeah.
You're good at this.
I'm a baby conversational interviewer. I'm learning slowly.
You're Lawrence Welk in my book.
Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, visibility to me is about being seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so much of that format or what people see out in the world these days is video.
Yeah.
And I think that is a medium that that uplifts visibility. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
At its core, it's about being seen.
Well, I'm grateful that we saw each other online because, so much of the daily existence is online. But when you really think about how often do I see my friends, it's easy to assume that you see them all the time just because you might see them post something or see a story or, whatnot. But getting to actually make the art with you and collaborate on something in real time feels really good.
It feels really good.
Yeah.
What has the role of community and connection played in your creative life?
I don't feel like I've had a lot of community or connection, honestly.
Really, I perceive you to be rooted in a lot of different collaborative projects
Yeah.
and be playing different kinds of music and be out in the world doing all sorts of
Yeah.
projects.
Well, that might be the perception. And so, one's individual feeling could be different. I will say that I don't feel like in, the past versions of me, I've had a whole bunch of community or in that way. I do feel again like this is like, new Christina, but I feel like a lot of community is being added to my life now. A lot of, and maybe I can just see it clearer, I don't know. But I feel like there is a lot of community now. There is even more community coming. I'm able to integrate with my, my brown and my black community members more so than I feel like I ever have before. And getting to sit with them and actually hear the stories and see the art and be integrated in a way that feels like I belong is kind of new. I don't think I felt wholly accepted in community because I, probably was still working to just accept myself. So I don't know if that had anything to do with like outside of me, but it feels great to be in community. It's like the best thing ever, you know, to show up and be seen by people who choose to show up for you is it just feels so great, and I'm really loving it. And I appreciate it so much. Yeah.
Sounds like alignment for you.
Totally. So much alignment. I'm just so grateful for that, especially after a long time of feeling like I just wasn't aligned and wondering why. And that's a very like confusing headspace to exist in for decades on end. So it's a very exciting time for me personally. I remembered when we were talking earlier, you said that you had grown up in LA. And
Los
so
Angeles.
Los Angeles, yeah. I imagine you have quite a community there, but I wonder if you feel like you've seen all that that community has to offer, or is it constantly deepening, or do you still find new things about the community that you can tap into and pull from?
Absolutely. I mean, I grew up in Venice Beach and was there until I was 18 and then went away for many years. And going back to LA as an adult is very different than being there as a child.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, also, I didn't really play music as a child. I came to music very late in life.
Whoa.
I started doing music my junior year of college.
The intrigue continues. What? Junior year of college.
Yeah, it was that moment
Whoa.
where I was thinking about, oh, what do people do with their lives?
Yeah.
I've always loved music. And
Wow.
I guess it sort of clicked in my head that some people do that in their life. I don't know why it never
It's
clicked
so
for me.
interesting.
But so coming back to Los Angeles, talking about the old Christina and the new Christina, I don't know if I felt I was old or new, but it was I came back to LA as a different human with more life experience, musical experience, and I find LA to be so grand, so many people doing inspiring things, and yeah,
That's
building
fascinating.
community wherever I try and build community wherever I go. It's
Yeah,
important.
you seem
to
so
me.
good at that skill.
Oh,
Yeah. It's been really great to be on the receiving end of that. I have learned like you don't seem afraid to try things and like build the vehicle for the thing. if that makes sense. Like, you seem to be really good at that. So I wondered if that was like something you grew up with, but wow, that's so interesting.
I don't like any skills can be developed.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm glad I come off that way.
Yeah.
Internally, I may be freaking out, but no,
Oh,
thank you.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. This has been so nice. I'm happy that we got to do it.
Yeah. What's next for you? What's next in Christina world?
I'm very like appreciative. So I've been, always selective of the type of work that I take. But in this new wave, I know why I say no now, as opposed to just saying no and just feeling confused as to why. So I have some really exciting projects on the horizon, which sounds so cliche because it's like you're working towards this thing. But in the uncovering of myself, I've had some past projects kind of pop back up that I don't feel like I've fully finished and fleshed out and like, expanded to the point that I want to. So those new projects are here and now, and I'm working on them. I have something at the end of this month that I'm really excited about. It's not my project per se, but I'm supporting a photojournalist here at the Rollins Theater, the Long Center, and he's very prolific, obviously, as a photographer, but also as a musician. And his name is Tamir Khalifa, and he does incredible work, and so he's invited me to collaborate with him on that stage, and I'm really excited because I also love photography. And so projects like these that speak to me of something deeper, and not that there's anything wrong with gigging. We all have gigged and we all gig, and we'll probably continue to gig, but it's very nice to know why your yes is yes. And so my yeses have been like resounding yeses, and that feels really good. So I have fun things planned and also just like unknowns, which is so exciting because literally that could be anything.
Yeah, we were talking about space earlier.
Yeah.
Space for the unknown.
Yeah.
You got to leave space to have
Totally.
whatever the unknown things are.
Yeah, most
to have room
def.
to come
Yeah.
in.
And I am not afraid to make space, and now it just feels really good to have so much space and recognize the bits that are dropping into that space, because it feels very much for that. Nothing is kind of like half-assed, and that's also different for me. So
Well, I've met you in a whole new
I
version
know,
of you.
which is so fun.
I know no other version
I
of
know,
you.
which
This
is
is the
incredible.
only Christina I know.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, I'm still like, leaning into all the new bits. So,
Okay, selfish, geeky question for me.
yay. I love geeky.
I'm curious about your whole effects world and how that came to be, and like how you think about sound in that way. What effects do you use? What's been your process with incorporating that into your artistry?
That's such a good question. I answer that question on my own, like when I'm in my car, like talking to myself. I came to effects only probably about 5 years ago.
Okay.
I had no idea what a pedal board was. I couldn't route it myself. I did not, and I was very frustrated. As a mostly classical musician that crossed over 5 years ago, I just had no idea what was what. And to be frank, nobody really sat me down and said, like, this is what it does, this is what you can go for, what are you looking for? So it was like all trial and error. I think most people who play with effects would at some point admit that they're always looking for the right sound, and like they're swapping pedals out. And so I do a lot of that. I think for me, I really like to have options. I like to show up with options. I love ethereal sounds. I love sounds that sound like space. I love sounds that, make room and create colors immediately upon hearing them. My process with the pedals has been really slow and hard, I'll be honest. Like, it hasn't been very clear. So, not forcing that learning curve has been a personal challenge. And I think just part of the world of electronics and pedals in general is that you learn as you go. So I've been learning as I go, and there are days that I feel like I have my sounds dialed in, and then there are other days where I'm like, I need to get rid of everything on this board and just start from scratch. And, when I have those days, it's very much like, oh, I should probably just like chill out. It's really not about the pedals at all.
Pedal board or not, we're always searching for our sounds.
Yes, most def.
Yeah.
And it's like this fantasy I have of really not even using pedals, like how much of that like kind of haziness can you get with just like your bow and like where you put it. And I did a gig somewhat recently, and this other violinist showed up from out of state, and they literally had nothing. And it was like they did everything with their own body, and their own arms and fingers. And it was so cool. And I feel like that's really awesome, just to be able to show up and be like, I can make what I want in here, sans, technology. But that's not always the case. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Absolutely. The thing that sticks with me is space. I want to sound like
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, I think that's our theme for
Yeah.
this is like space. And last year was the year of the snake, so it was a year of shedding. It was a year of like, I don't know if anybody follows Chinese zodiac. I'm Asian, so I feel like I'm always like, what year are we working with? But there is like that whole year was about like getting rid of the things that don't actually help you grow. And so yeah, space is like our theme.
Yeah, it really is. It's been woven throughout the music we did today, throughout this conversation.
Totally.
There's a lot of spaciousness coming to Blackerby today, just in their process
Yeah.
leading up to today.
Yeah. I love seeing those patterns and signs and being like, cool, I'm on the right road.
Yeah. Let's see. One other question for you is, what do you feel like, in your unique lived experience, what do you feel like is unique to you in your artistry?
I think I'm still figuring that out. I think back to when I was younger and I just started playing music. The things that came really easily to me are the things that I still love today. Like, I love just like sound. I love just like simple sounds. And I think tone, I feel like tone is everything. I'd rather listen to like a tone than like 4,000 notes in a bar. Although technique is cool, and we all use it. But I think for me as a player and the way that I like to show up is like, I like to have a tone that cuts and that you can feel some kind of like warmth, just like right off the bat. So I would say sound is probably my vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Love it.
Oh, I love you, Casey.
Aw,
This was so fun.
me too.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this with me.
So my pleasure.
So my pleasure. We're just gonna gratitude back and forth.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Anything else you want people to know about you?
Can you see my brain breaking? I don't really have anything that I want anyone to know.
There you go. You heard it here first. Thanks so much for spending the day with me
This is
and
so
creating.
awesome.
was very nourishing. It is
Yeah.
very nourishing.
Thank you, Casey.
Yeah. I think that is a wrap.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye. Okay, so we are here. We are here. And we are at Blackerby, which a moment ago I called iconic, and I'm going to use that word again because it has been around in Austin for as long as I've been around, so at least 30 years. At least, right? I remember coming to Bechtel Blackerby when I was like 10. It was on the Dean Keaton in Austin, which I think now that location is like a fraternity house or something. But and so we get to talk with Ryan here, who is the new manager of this awesome space. And we're excited and so grateful that you were able to host us. So thank you for that, first of all. And if there's anything that, we could say to Blackerby, I would probably just be like, they've helped so many countless musicians and teachers and artists here in Austin throughout their amazing time. Is there anything that you would want to sort of highlight as the manager, or just something awesome that this shop does in particular in the way that it supports young musicians, but also like professionals and
Yeah.
all around?
Well, Blackerby has always been founded by musicians for musicians. Our whole staff is skilled luthiers, and they're all working musicians. So they're knowledgeable, they're deeply connected, and they care. They care about everyone who walks through here. Also, Blackerby works really hard to give back to the community. We work with people like Austin Chamber Music Center.
Oh, yeah.
And Songbird Rising Suzuki School.
Cool.
And we love to give back to them and be part of the community that supports us. And I think that's one of the best things about coming to this shop, because you're going to be talking to someone that is connected with somebody, knows a lot of things, and has a history of playing music or being involved with music.
That's so cool.
So, as someone who's visiting Austin, Texas, what tangibly happens here? I see violins, I see cellos, I see beep cellos over there, a guitar. So, can people rent instruments here, get instruments fixed? What happens here?
Yeah, on a daily level, we see people it's their first time ever playing an instrument, and they're just students getting into it. We have people walk in and they're full-time professionals, and they have a show tonight, and we need to repair for them. And sometimes we just have musicians coming in just to chat. It's a community here. I think Blackerby is more than just a shop. It's a place where, relationships are built and everyone's musical journey is supported.
I love that. I love that. So, how can people find Blackerby?
Yeah, you go to our website, Blackerby Violin Shop. You can also, see all of the newsletters that we're going around town doing things. Come to the shop. So when you're in town, support us. You can be a newbie, expert, whatever level you're at, we're here to help and happy to help.
So, send all the string players here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for, having us and using us to host. It's amazing to be just giving back in more than just Austin, and reaching out to, California. It's amazing, and I'm so excited to be here and be part of it and help represent the Blackerby and Austin string community as well.
Woo! Yay.
You're awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank